Night fell over the Italian city of Turin, and with it, a long simmering conflict exploded. What began as a national demonstration in defense of the Askatasuna social center descended into some of the most violent street clashes Italy has witnessed in years. Thousands marched through the city on Saturday, protesting the December eviction of a building that for nearly 3 decades had stood as a powerful symbol of Italy's radical left. Askatasuna was not just a building. Occupied for almost 30 years, it functioned as a political hub, organizing protests, hosting assemblies, and mobilizing activist networks from across the country. Supporters saw it as a bastion of grassroots resistance and anti-fascist identity. Authorities, however, viewed it as an illegally occupied stronghold with long-standing links to extremist movements, including Antifa-affiliated groups involved in repeated clashes, vandalism, and public disorder. Its eviction marked more than the removal of squatters. It represented a direct challenge to a network that had operated with relative impunity for decades. The march began peacefully, with flags and banners filling Turin's streets, but as night fell, masked groups broke away from the main crowd and advanced toward police lines in the Vanchiglia district. Fireworks were launched like projectiles. Bottles, stones, smoke bombs, and homemade incendiary devices were hurled. Dumpsters burned, lampposts were torn from the ground, a police armored vehicle was set ablaze. Police responded with tear gas, water cannons, and repeated charges as violence raged for more than an hour. One officer was surrounded and beaten with kicks, punches, and hammer blows, suffering serious injuries that required hospital treatment. By night's end, at least 29 officers had been hospitalized, far exceeding initial reports. Italy's political leadership responded with fury. Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni called the clashes attacks against the state, insisting those responsible were not protesters but enemies of public order. Deputy Prime Minister Matteo Salvini labeled the attackers terrorists, releasing footage of officers being assaulted and demanding swift arrests and further evictions of occupied social centers. Interior Minister Piantedosi warned the unrest posed a danger to democracy, accusing elements of the left of shielding violent extremists. Now, the battle over Askatasuna has become something larger. With new security laws under consideration, the violence in Turin has transformed a local eviction into a national flashpoint, exposing a deeper struggle over authority, ideology, and how far the Italian state is prepared to go to dismantle radical networks entrenched for a generation.
Times of India videos, your daily dose of India and the world. Global news, different views, and sharp analysis.
Pressure of expectation from your fans, your supporters.
That is often served as a backdrop for several Bollywood.
You're not a brute majority anymore if you individually take out their right.
Making sense of global conflicts. Tracking the new emerging world order.
Strike on Israeli military bases.
A multi-pronged.
To stay out of harm's way as Israel started bombing targets across.
Understanding changing alliances in a polarized world. Tune into TOI videos for all this and more. Click on the bell icon to subscribe and never miss an update.